is a strange little truth hiding in the pest control world. And once you notice it, a lot of expensive products start looking much less impressive. A bottle gets sold like a solution. Strong label, sharp promises, clean branding. It makes you feel like this is the thing that will finally handle the problem. And then somewhere on the back, usually in much smaller print, you find the real story. Spray again in 7 days, or 10, or 14. That tiny line gives the whole game away. Because a lot of these products are not really built to end the problem and let you move on. They are built to keep you in rhythm with the problem. Buy the bottle, use the bottle, enjoy a little relief. Then buy it again when the same issue comes back right on schedule. That is not an accident. That is a business model. And this is where the whole thing gets a little absurd. Because while people are being trained into that repeat buy cycle, one of the most useful pest control tools in the house has been sitting quietly in a plain little brown bottle for almost nothing. Hydrogen peroxide, not fancy. Not loudly marketed, not dressed up like a miracle. But once you understand what it actually does, that cheap bottle starts to look a lot smarter than the premium stuff. Because hydrogen peroxide works through something very simple. It is basically water with one extra oxygen atom attached. That extra oxygen is the whole personality of it. When it hits organic material, it starts an oxidation reaction. Soft-bodied pests do not handle that well. Slime and microbial messes do not handle it well either. Then, when the reaction is finished, it breaks down into water and oxygen. That matters more than people think, because most pest problems do not show up in some distant corner of life where you do not care what gets sprayed. They show up where you actually live, in the pot, by the sofa, on the herbs near the kitchen window, in the damp tray under a planter, along the windowsill, by the sink. Outside after rain, where a little standing water quietly turns into the next wave of trouble. That is why this bottle matters. Not because it sounds dramatic, because it solves the problem in a way that feels cleaner, calmer, and far less ridiculous than spraying your life down with stronger and stronger chemicals every time something starts crawling, flying, or growing where it should not. And once you start noticing how often the expensive solutions ask you to come back for another round, it becomes hard not to see hydrogen peroxide as the quiet little object that breaks the loop. Take fungus gnats, for example. This is one of the most annoying little household pest problems because it always starts with such a small detail. A plant looks completely fine from across the room. Good leaves, healthy color, no obvious warning signs. Then you sit down nearby, and one tiny black fly lifts up from the soil, then another, then another. Before long, the plant has this faint little cloud over it, and suddenly the whole room feels less clean than it actually is. What makes fungus gnats so irritating is that they trick you into fighting the wrong battle. The adults are what you notice first, so naturally that is where your attention goes. You swat them, you trap them, you get annoyed by what is hovering in front of your face. But the adults are not the real engine of the problem. The real engine is in the soil. That damp upper layer is where the eggs sit. That is where the larvae develop. That is where the cycle keeps quietly resetting itself, while most people stay busy fighting the visible part. And that is exactly why so many store-bought fixes feel strangely unsatisfying. They make you feel like you did something, but they never really touch the layer that is actually running the show. This is where hydrogen peroxide starts to feel genuinely different. Used in the right dilution as a soil drench, it reaches down into that wet organic layer instead of just dealing with the tiny flies hovering above it. And then comes the part people remember, the sound. That little fizz, that soft hiss, those tiny bubbles moving through the soil. That moment is strangely satisfying because it feels like the bottle is finally going where the problem lives. A lot of people get nervous the first time they see that reaction. They think the bubbling means the roots are being attacked or the plant is being stressed. It is the opposite. That bubbling is the visible part of the chemistry. It means the peroxide is reacting and releasing oxygen as it breaks down. In the right household dilution, that extra oxygen can actually help aerate the root zone while the reaction hits the larvae and eggs hiding in the damp top layer. So the part that looks dramatic is not the danger sign. It is the proof that something is finally happening below the surface. And that is a big reason this feels so much more satisfying than the usual spray and hope routine. You are not just being asked to trust the label. You can hear the reaction. You can see it. You can feel that the solution is doing more than decorating the surface of the problem. Now move from decorative plants to edible ones, and the whole conversation becomes even more personal. Because when pests show up on a plant in the living room, the feeling is mostly irritation. When pests show up on basil, mint, lettuce, peppers, or anything else you actually plan to eat, the feeling changes immediately. Now it is not just a pest problem. It is a trust problem. You turn a leaf and see aphids packed along the tender new growth. Or whiteflies lift off in a nervous little burst. Or the stems look sticky and weakened. And suddenly, you are standing there with something that was supposed to go into your dinner, trying to decide how comfortable you really are, spraying commercial pesticide onto it. And that hesitation is not foolish. It is healthy. A lot of products try to push you past that feeling, with labels and reassurance and shelf confidence. But your instincts are not wrong. If something smells harsh, feels aggressive, and leaves you wondering what exactly is now sitting on the leaf, there is a reason your body hesitates before calling that normal. This is where hydrogen peroxide makes so much sense. It does not solve the discomfort by asking you to ignore it. It solves it by changing the chemistry of the response. Soft-bodied pests are vulnerable to oxidation. Fungal pressure often weakens in the same general environment. And when the reaction is over, the bottle does not leave behind a long residue story for you to make peace with. That is one of the most powerful contrasts in this whole subject. On one side, you have commercial solutions that often work by asking you to accept chemical leftovers on the very plants you grow to bring closer to your food. On the other side, you have a simple compound that does its work, then falls apart into water and oxygen. That is hard to ignore once you really think about it. And this is also where it helps to stay honest. Hydrogen peroxide is not some magical liquid that fixes everything overnight. Its real strength is simpler than that, and honestly, more useful. It helps you deal with the problem at the layer, where the problem is actually building itself. That is why it feels so satisfying in practice. What you see first is often just the noisy part. The aphids on the leaf, the fungus gnats in the air, the mildew on the edge of a damp surface. But the deeper issue is usually forming somewhere less visible. In the soil, in the moisture, in the organic buildup, in the tiny hidden conditions that let the visible problem keep coming back. Hydrogen peroxide works well because it does not just sit on top and give you the performance of action. It reacts its way into the wet organic layer underneath. And that is why such a cheap bottle can outperform people's expectations so often. It is not trying to look powerful. It is simply reaching the right place. A lot of people also assume that handling a pest or mildew problem properly must mean turning the whole house or garden into a treatment zone. Throw out soil, replace pots, buy several specialty sprays, deep clean everything, start over. But that is another reason this bottle is so appealing. The barrier to entry is low. You do not need a complicated setup. You do not need a whole shelf of chemicals. You do not need to make a small problem feel like a full renovation. You start with one cheap bottle, a clear purpose, and a much smarter understanding of where the problem actually begins. And that same logic becomes even more obvious once moisture enters the picture. Think about all the damp little zones around plant life and daily living that people tend to ignore until they start looking ugly. The tray under a pot that never quite dries. The edge of a windowsill where condensation keeps returning. The porous grout near a shelf or sink area. The dark corner behind a planter where airflow stays poor. The little strip along a damp surface that always looks just slightly off. This is where people often reach for bleach, and bleach has a way of flattering the eye while disappointing the deeper problem. It brightens the surface. That is what makes it feel effective at first. You wipe, the stain lightens, and your brain gets that quick little rush of relief. It looks cleaner, so it must be cleaner. But on porous material, that can be a very shallow victory. The face of the problem changes, while the rooted part underneath keeps holding on. The mold or mildew is not truly gone. It has just been made less visible for a while. And then, insultingly, it comes back. Hydrogen peroxide behaves differently there. It does not just make the surface look better. It reacts into the texture of the material. It bubbles into the tiny spaces, into pores, into crevices, into those rough little hiding places where damp biological messes like to stay alive. And again, the sensory part matters. The
The
fizzing is not
sound of
just
action.
satisfying because it sounds active. It is satisfying because it tells you the liquid is doing more than whitening the face of the problem. It is working into it. That is the difference between something that performs cleanliness and something
Dismantling
that
the root.
actually starts dismantling the conditions underneath. And if you are honest, that is the part people find entertaining too. Not in a fake flashy way, in a deeply satisfying way. The same way it is satisfying to finally use the right key in a lock that has been sticking for months. You are not just seeing motion, you are seeing the right kind of motion. The kind that makes sense. Now step outside for a moment, because this is where the bottle stops feeling like rescue and starts feeling like prevention. After rain, small pockets of standing water have a way of disappearing into the background. A saucer under a pot, a forgotten bucket, a tray, a shallow low spot. Nothing dramatic, nothing loud. But those quiet little spots are where the next problem starts growing before anyone notices. People hate mosquitoes when they are already flying, but the smarter moment to care is earlier, when they are still larvae in still water. That hidden stage logic comes back again. The visible nuisance is the late chapter. By the time people are slapping at their legs in the evening, the real opportunity to interrupt the cycle, cleanly and cheaply, has already passed. That is another reason hydrogen peroxide is so interesting. It encourages a better rhythm, a calmer rhythm. One where you deal with the beginning of the problem instead of waiting until the problem has earned a product aisle all its own. And that is really how you break the spending loop. Not just by finding a cheaper object, but by thinking earlier, acting earlier, catching the problem while it is still quiet. There is another place where this same logic becomes very hard to ignore, and that is the overlap zone between food, plants, and everyday household surfaces. The counter near the herb planter, the windowsill, the sink area, the line of ants that appears as if it has been rehearsing. This is the sort of moment where people reach for the harshest aerosol they own, because panic and chemical aggression have somehow become linked in people's. But say the obvious thing, plainly. Do you really want that industrial spray landing where you prepare food? Once that question is said out loud, the scene changes. Hydrogen peroxide works beautifully here as a direct first response. It can kill on contact. It can help wipe away the trail logic that keeps the line moving. It lets you respond fast without turning your food prep space into a chemical fog. And again, this is where honesty keeps the whole thing trustworthy. It is not colony bait. It is not a deep nest elimination system. It is a contact response, and that is fine. In fact, that clarity is part of why it deserves a place in the house. A tool does not have to pretend to be everything in order to be genuinely useful. There are a few worries people usually have at this point, and they are worth answering directly. The first is the bubbling. People see fizzing and assume the drama means danger. It does not. The fizz is the visible side of the reaction. That is the oxygen release. That is the chemistry becoming audible and visible in front of you. In the right strength and use, that is not a warning sign. It is the reason the bottle is working in the first place. The second worry is plant safety. Used properly, household hydrogen peroxide is not randomly out there destroying everything green it touches. It is a tool, and it needs to be used like one. Use the proper dilution. Test delicate plants first. Be sensible about timing. Do not spray during harsh, direct sun and then blame the bottle for what common sense should have prevented. But no, the simple sight of bubbling does not mean roots are being harmed. The third worry is whether this replaces everything. No, and that is exactly why it is worth trusting. For severe infestations, structural pest issues, dangerous situations, or problems that have moved far beyond normal household scale, bring in professional help. That is the sensible line. But that truth does not diminish hydrogen peroxide at all. It just defines its lane clearly, and its lane is already impressive enough. Indoor plant pests, soil-dwelling larvae, soft-bodied insects, mildew pressure, organic sludge in hidden wet zones, small to moderate infestations, Preventive use in the places where problems begin quietly. That is a serious list for something this cheap. And that is really the bigger truth hiding underneath all of this. People have been trained to believe that if a solution is simple, it must be weak. If it is cheap, it must be limited. If it is not branded like a weapon, it cannot possibly be the smart answer. But real usefulness does not always arrive in dramatic packaging. Sometimes the smartest thing in the house is the plain little bottle. Nobody thought to respect properly. No premium image. No repeat buy relationship with your wallet. No invitation to turn a small recurring problem into a permanent shopping habit. Just a simple compound. A visible reaction. A cleaner finish. And honestly, there is something very satisfying about that. Not just because it saves money, because it restores proportion. Not every problem needs a stronger spray. Not every nuisance needs a specialty bottle. Not every answer has to come with a warning cloud hanging over your kitchen, your herbs, or your living space. Sometimes the smarter answer is the quieter one. The one that reaches the hidden layer. The one that lets you hear it working. The one that handles the mess, then leaves behind nothing but water and air.